tip number 1 to help you get the most out of your Samsung Galaxy Watch 7 or Watch 7 Ultra. Let's start off with a tip to help improve battery life on our Galaxy Watch. Start off by opening up the Health application, and then you want to scroll down until you see your steps. And then we have our 3-dot menu up here on the top right, so we can set our target number of steps, which you can also do right on your watch. We can also select our step data, which dictates whether or not we want to record steps from our phone and watch or just our phone only. But the setting that we're after for this tip is frequent seeking. So what this is about, it's when you're walking around with your Galaxy Watch and you're accumulating steps, in real time it's constantly feeding those steps to your Galaxy phone and updating your Samsung Health application. Now this is great if you're constantly checking your phone all the time for your health statistics. However, if you're the type of person like me that only checks on your phone maybe once or twice a day, and you just count on your Galaxy Watch to track your steps, turn this off. This is going to basically make it to where your Galaxy Watch sends the data to your phone far less frequently, and you're going to improve the battery life on your Galaxy Watch. Now, if you happen to open up your Samsung Health and you don't see this setting, let's go ahead and do this. We'll go to an empty spot where we can add a widget, and we're going to add a new widget here. Hold on here. There we go. We're going to scroll down until we get to Health. And then in here, we want to find our Steps widget. It's right here. We'll go ahead and add that to our home screen. All right, it just put it there. So we'll go ahead and tap on this. And when you do that, you will always have the menu options here. There are a lot of people on Reddit that have reported that they don't get some of these menu options when going through the Samsung Health app itself. For this next tip, we'll learn how to adjust the units of measurement that tracks everything on our Galaxy Watch. All right, we're going to go back to our Samsung Health app. This time we're going to hit the 3-dot menu. We're going to go into Settings. And right here we have Units of Measurement. And here we can adjust the unit of measurement for everything. So including your blood glucose, blood pressure. And as you tap on each one, you'll have the normal available options, temperature, Celsius, Fahrenheit. And this is where you adjust all the parameters for how you want them to look on your Galaxy Watch. All right, for our next tip, we have another way to, again, save some more battery life on our Galaxy Watch. So we'll go into the Wearable app. We're going to go to Watch Settings. We're going to go to Display. So here's the deal. If you're the type of person like me that has your always on display turned on, to where this screen is always going to be on but a little bit more dim, I recommend turning this Raise Wrist to Wake off. And the reason being is because why? Why do you need it? Your watch is always telling you the time. Unless you want it to get super bright for you and you really need to see that seconds hand. Otherwise, if you turn this off, the screen is just going to stay dim with your AOD. And you'll still be able to see everything. And naturally, you're going to save battery life. Our next 2 tips are for zooming in on text and making things a little bit easier to read on your Galaxy Watch. The first tip is if you get a notification in and it happens to be like a text message or anything with regular text, go ahead and tap to go inside of it. And then double tap anywhere on the text and it's going to make the text larger. Double tap again and it'll make the text smaller. All right, and for our other magnification tip, we're going to go back into our Wearable app. We're going to go into our watch settings. We're going to go to Display. And then we'll scroll all the way to the bottom and there's going to be Vision Enhancements. So once we go into here, we have this option called Magnification. So once we have this turned on any one of your screens on your Galaxy Watch, you can just go ahead and triple tap. And that's going to zoom in, and then you can move the stuff around, and you can pinch in to zoom and zoom out. And then if you want to exit this mode, you'll go ahead and triple tap again. And that's going to bring you back to your regular setting there. So this is really nice if you happen to have a hard time seeing your watch. If you're viewing some web pages and stuff like that, some of that text can get really small, so a setting like this can prove to be very helpful. Our next tip is about some cool sound options that we have on our Galaxy Watch. We're going to go back into our Wearable application. We'll go back into our watch settings. And then we're going to go to Sounds and Vibration. And then we'll scroll all the way to the bottom until we get to System Sounds. And we have 2 pretty cool options here at the top. We have this ticking option for watch faces that support it. So when you turn this on and your second hand is going, you'll hear a little tick, 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 tick as you put your watch up to your ear. And we also have the option to turn on an hourly charm like we used to have on our old watches back in the day before all these smart watches started taking off. For this next tip, we're already in the Wearable application. We're going to go back into our watch settings. And we're going to scroll down until we see Safety and Emergency. And this is where we can turn on hard fall detection. This will make it to where you fall. You have some customizable actions that'll happen, such as reaching out to a contact after a certain countdown has elapsed. We can play warning sounds. We can play a sound on both a watch and a phone, and you can set up your emergency numbers to dial. So this is where you're going to set up all your functionality for what you want your watch to do if you happen to take a fall. For this next tip, when you first got your Galaxy Watch, you were prompted for what you want the action button to do, whether it be turn on the flashlight, start your stopwatch, open up the Samsung Health application, etc. Now, if you want to go back after you've set up your installation and reconfigure that button, you'll go into your watch settings. We'll go to buttons and gestures, and then we go to action. So I have mine set to flashlight. You can pick between the other available actions as well as Samsung Health. And with Samsung Health, you can pick any one of the activities that you want the action button to be set to. For this next tip, we'll learn how to enable sleep apnea and irregular heartbeat detection on our Samsung Galaxy Watch. In order to do so, we want to open up the Samsung Health Monitor application. The icon looks like that. Once we're in here, we want to tap on the three-dot menu, and we're going to go into our settings, and then we're going to go into notifications. Here's where we can enable an ECG report, and you want to make sure push notifications is turned on. And here are our toggles to enable irregular heart rhythm detection as well as detection for sleep apnea on our Galaxy Watch. All right, for this next tip, we're going to learn how to speed up our Galaxy Watch a little bit. So we're going to swipe down to get into our settings. Then we're going to go all the way down till you get to About Watch. And then once you're here, you're going to go down until you get to Software Information, which is going to be right here. All right, then once we're in here, you want to tap on Software Version several times. And you're going to see a little text show up saying that developer mode options are enabled. And then you're going to go back a couple screens. And then below About Watch, you're going to have developer options. Now, inside developer options here, there's going to be a lot of different options. Most of these are for developers, so not really for messing around. But we have three that are interesting to us, and that is window animation scale, transition animation scale, and animator duration scale. So by default, these are set to 1x speed, which means their default normal speed. However, if we tap into each one of these, we can reduce the speed sum to turn animations all the way off, or what I prefer is to put it at 0.5x, which is going to reduce our animations to half the time it usually takes. So we'll switch all these to 0.5x. All right, we'll do it for each one of them. Go back to the other one. Now we have the animator duration. Switch these to 0.5x. All right, now when we go back home here, we go through our watch, everything is going to load up faster and fill faster. Everything you see is going to be a lot snappier. You know, however, when you take this down to 0x, I really feel like it makes it look kind of stuttery and kind of jarring. I definitely do like that 0.5x though. All right, and for our last tip in today's tips and tricks video, if you want to take a quick screenshot of anything you have going on with your Galaxy Watch, you just quickly press the top and bottom button at the same time. You'll see the screen kind of light up like that. You'll also feel a small haptic feedback. Then you go over to your connected Galaxy device, I should say, and you'll tap on this. We'll go ahead and open this up, and there's our screenshot. All right, if you have any questions about today's video, please drop them down in the comments section below. Really do appreciate your time, and as always, thanks for watching.